this is called the 99. That's all you need to know. Oh, and you have to know that that's called a flake. There's a little chocolate thing sticking out the side. Beyond that, you don't need to know nothing else. Right, Beth?
Me up here.
I think this is for racing skulls. Is that what they call them?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think it is?
I agree with you because of the low docks and the buoys and everything.
Nice place to park up. And it looks like a judge's thing there.
Maybe, yeah. There's the campground.
There's the campground. That's where we're parked.
Oh, that's us right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is a map of the lake with the lanes. So we were right. It's for rowing. Pretty cool. 2,000 meters. So that's what, 2 miles, right? So 1,000 meters a mile?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking at a 2-mile course.
It's crazy.
So that thing under there makes 220. The battery is under my chair, and the battery under my chair, we bring in 220 volts. That goes to the 12-volt battery charger. That 12-volt battery runs all the lights, the pump, all that stuff.
Even when we're plugged in.
Even when we're plugged in.
Then when we're plugged in, it's supposed to be charging the battery.
When we're plugged in, the battery charges and we take voltage off the battery. The DX3, when we were plugged in, you completely bypassed the output of the 12 volt. You just use the output of the
power coming in.
You converted it from 110 volts to 12 volts, and that's what you ran off of in all the 12 volt stuff in the DX3. But we had the 110 stuff ran right off of the line. You get it? This one, we don't disconnect from the 12 volt ever. We just charge the 12 volt when we have mainline power coming in.
And we don't know why it went down when it stopped charging the battery.
Right, because that charger's in front of the battery. So the charger didn't read the 11 volts that the battery was on, so it didn't turn on. And I think what happened was we were hooked up for 2 days. The 13 volts, it saw the 13 volts, it latched in, and it didn't drop back out to recharge the battery. So by unplugging the camper, you reset that whole circuit.
Okay.
And what's it doing now?
Charging the battery.
And the battery charges at what? I can't see it.
13.3.
And what do we want it to be?
There's no.
I mean, it's been as high as 13.7 when the sun's out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, glitches happen. We've been in this thing since May. We've had twice.
It's never worked right.
Yeah, but we've had twice where we were like, oh, we're screwed because we weren't plugged in for 2 days and the voltage got down. And then we were plugged in for 2 days and the voltage got down. So there's something we're missing, but all the manuals are in German. And I'm not really good at German speaking. Although, as I understand it, my relatives are from Austria now. So that's something.
Just your great-grandpa.
Yeah, we're learning roots while we're here in Ireland. So I was thinking about getting an Irish passport. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. Beth, are you going to get a Norwegian one and then I can live off of yours?
Yeah, well, the Norwegian one's a little more complicated. I have to learn Norwegian. I have
Oh.
to speak Norwegian.
That's a no-go. I've heard Norwegian. Although, Shannon speaks it.
Yeah, Shannon's doing okay, right?
She could get hers.
Yeah, getting
Maybe she could be your anchor baby.
that would be good. Oh, yeah, maybe we should talk her into that.
Yeah.
Don't really know for sure how all that works, but I do know that if you want to get a Norwegian passport, you have to be able to speak Norwegian because everything's in
Yeah,
Norwegian.
but we got the hat.
The hat?
We got the hat.
It says
Right there.
Norway, yeah.
Right there. What does the hat say?
That's step one.
And over here, I got the hat. We should be Irish and Norwegian citizens.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks for doing the dishes.
you're welcome.
All right. Out. I've been inspired by YouTubes I've been watching today. We haven't been filming enough, so I'm filming more. So today it's raining. It's Ireland, and it's raining. I showed you this the other day. We're going to show you some more of that. But it's just a typical morning. We're having coffee, and we watched people pick up their tents and everything. We're kind of stuck in the camper today. But Ireland's been fun,
Yeah.
confusing, lots of, what do you call it? There's been a lot of, where are we going to spend the night? And then we had trouble with the battery again, and there's been all kinds of
Yeah, we've assumed
consternation.
that we can just travel and park somewhere, and we're finding that that's not quite true. So.
No, it's close.
Yeah.
It's close, but where we are in Ireland, we're like in the middle of Ireland, and there's not a lot here. If you're on the coasts, the coasts are loaded with
Lots of
places to go, things, parks, all that.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the country. In the middle of the country, not so much.
yeah, it's just farms and small villages, which is nice. I mean, it's cool to see,
Yeah.
but it's not.
No, it's not. It takes a little bit more planning than we wanted to do.
Right.
So, but we're heading towards Dublin, and we'll be there in a couple of days. And hopefully, if it quits raining out, I'm going to get the drone up today. Because we don't have hardly any drone shots.
No, well, there's always a reason not to drone.
Right. Well, I'm not comfortable flying the thing. I have to just go ahead and do it. And F it, So that's my Ireland day in the rain. And hopefully the sun will come out. It has in the past.
Yes.
I'm sure it will again.
Yep.
So more to come. Bye. So on this trip, I discovered that my great-great-grandmother came from Ireland. And we think we got to trace down to where she came from. And we went there. And it was pretty cool. I'll have more in the future, but no resolution at this point, still tracing it down.
So this baptism fount that's here in the church has a date erected in 1852 at the cost of the flock. So if this is the right church and this is the right Bridget Moran, that's the baptismal fount she was baptized in. I think we'll just adopt her and that'll be ours. So now all I have to do is prove it. Pretty cool. It's a beautiful church.
And across the street is the pub. Or was a pub.
Was it called? I don't think it is anymore.
No, but it's still got a beer sign. So, and the wrought iron could be from back in the day too, because it's in the fence.
Yeah.
But, well, we came here.
Be an original church. We don't know.
No, we don't know what the structures even look like. But we were here.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
There's the van.
So this is cemetery where some of my cousins might be buried in Ireland. That's the name, Bridget Moran. And I don't know. It's a cool little town. Maybe this is something my great-great-grandmother saw. Anyway. Where'd you spend the night last night?
In there.
In there?
On the street.
On the street in? You don't even know what town you're in, do you?
No.
But
it's in front of Sean's bar.
The oldest pub
In Ireland,
in
for
Ireland,
sure.
possibly the world.
900 AD.
Was when
And
it
they have
was.
proof.
Yeah, they have the receipts.
Yes, Guinness World of Records said gave it to them.
Yep.
So if they say it, it must be true.
Yeah, we had a nice evening here with an Italian family, I guess.
Yeah.
And they gave us a bottle of Prosecco,
Yeah, from Italy.
which
So
we're going to detail in this video
later.
what
Yeah.
was going on there.
Yeah.
So we'll do a heads up on that. But it's
Oh.
the morning now.
And there was live music last
Live
night in
music,
the pub.
yep,
So
yeah.
we finally found an Irish band or an
Yeah.
Irish pub with music,
Yeah.
live music.
Yeah, and they
It's a
were
great
pretty
night.
good. They did some Creedence,
Yeah.
as I recall. What else did they do?
They did a couple Irish
Whiskey in the
tunes.
Jar.
Yeah.
We were the only ones clapping.
Yeah, that must
I'm
be
not
an American
sure if that's
thing.
a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So.
And also, we were the only Americans in the bar last night
Yeah.
that admitted to being
Admitted.
Americans.
So that's Sean's bar.
Yeah.
That's a night in the rain.
Yep. There's the River Shannon.
That's the River Shannon
Yep.
over there. And I think that's all we got for here. Let's get on the road.
Yeah.
All right.
What a great night.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Highly recommend going there. So.
Turn right. You're gonna turn right here. Oh no, not.
Was my pay back in 1932 when I'd reached the gob to start my job. My kit bag I'd leave down. I'd take a chance and turn the branch and put in a leg and crown. Lying on my side I cut it wide as the water it soaked through. Conditions then tested men back in 1932. Well, I'm here today in America and fate to me is kind. But the miners of Original still torment my mind. In my dreams I see the hutches and I see the haulage roll. And the miners with their shovels marching up the slope. Shin away.
I would have to say this was one of my favorite tours. Scotland was cool. There was a lot of production going on there, but this distillery is more like the history because it's an actual distillery from the 1800s. They're not really making a lot of whiskey there anymore. It's all done someplace else. But this place closed down, and they kind of just left it all alone. And it's still there, and it's a really good history of how they made whiskey in Ireland back in the day. Unfortunately, we don't have much video of this. They didn't allow video cameras in the tour, but we're able to take some still pictures. And then we do have a little bit of video outside of the tour. But if you ever want to go see a really cool old distillery, this is a place.
Bien, il fait ça.
I'm glad we got this tour here and everything, Beth.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
The stills. I always like seeing the stills.
Sorry, we didn't get any.
There was no videotaping.
Yeah, there's no video allowed. But
Just pictures.
now we're taking video.
Yes.
And we can show you this part. This part's pretty cool. Now the weird thing about it is these stills were not used here.
They're from an old distillery.
They're from an old distillery in Ireland. But yeah, it was a cool little tour.
Yeah, very
I
good.
enjoyed it. The sun's out.
Sun's
it's
out.
Ireland. And what would you say was?
Well, it's interesting to see the difference between the
Yeah, between the
Irish
Scottish and
and
the
the
Irish.
Scottish. Yeah. Yeah, and I asked her because she kept saying that she was cooking dirt. What did she call it? Turf.
Turf.
Turf. And I asked
This is
her.
a much smaller operation too. But
Yeah.
you asked her about the
I
turf?
asked her about the turf, and I said, "So what's the difference between turf,
Turf.
and peat?"
Yeah.
And she says they take the peat and they compress it and turn it into turf, so it burns better.
Huh.
Yeah. So
All right,
it is
well,
peat,
we'll,
but
we'll
it's
take that with
Yeah.
a grain of salt
Yeah.
or a handful of dirt.
a handful of dirt. Yeah.
But
So yeah.
this is an old building. Some
beautiful.
really cool features that they
Check
really
out
didn't
those
point
chimneys
out.
up there. Can you see
Yeah, look
that?
at the chimneys with the
weather vanes.
weather vane to turn it. So, and then these are more modern stills. But yeah, and what do we got here? We didn't see this. Oh, this is the whiskey safe,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yep. Wow. Just sitting out here in the yard.
Yeah, with the locks.
For the tax man?
Yep. Well, that's about all I got for this one on this tour. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I think we're going to wrap it up there because that's all I got.
That's all you got. Irish Distillery.
Irish
Whiskey.
Distillery whiskey. We
Yay.
like it.